3, 2, 1,
Okay.
and we are live, everybody. Hold on. Okay. We are live.
Okay, I trust it.
Welcome to Healthy for Life and Pleasant Hill Victory African Methodist Episcopal Church in collaboration with the American Heart Association as well as Aramark, where for the past 3 weeks, we have been going on a journey of healthy living through food, through fruits and vegetables, being aware of chronic conditions and how food impacts our health. Today is a very, very exciting day because this is our last of a 4-week series that we have been truly enjoying as a congregation. And we have both of our hosts who are presenting healthy living grocery shopping on today. We have Nichelle Woodyard, and we also have Steve Johnson, who've worked very hard on putting together an awesome display of the things that you need to look at when you are preparing to grocery shop, how to read your labels, what to be concerned about. And so, and Nichelle is a health professional. Steve is an excellent cook, and he has an excellent logistical person, and he is the chef of the Johnson household. So we're going to turn it over to our video, and stay tuned because today is the day of prizes, meaning that our grand prize winners have an opportunity today to be able to win that Instapot, that air fryer, or that juicer. And so some people have been on with us throughout the journey, and these videos will also be made available on YouTube, and they are available on our Facebook Live page. In addition to that, we're going to invite you, if you believe that we've gotten such rave reviews until there are those who also cook healthy. If you have a healthy living idea and you'd like to have a video of a cooking demonstration to yourself at home, and that and show your culinary skills as a Healthy for Life practitioner, please email us at phvame.com or call one of the members who invited you, and we will showcase your video at a later date. We're also going to have another look at hydroponic gardening and how you can garden during the fall and winter months. And so look forward to more healthy living after we conclude this part of the series. So let's turn it over to Sister Woodyard.
Hi, good morning. Today we're gonna you're gonna see a good video with me and Uncle Steve, or Uncle Steve Johnson, just explaining couponing, shopping, reading labels, basically tying in together everything we went over in our last videos, how to shop smart. So I'm hoping you guys like it, and thank you guys for being on and viewing this session with us. And here we go.
Ditto.
Throughout these presentations, we've been showing you ways to reduce the intake of the 3 biggest enemies of healthy eating. Those are salt, sugar, and fat. If a few dietary changes can have a positive outcome on you or your family's life cycle, would you be willing to change?
Right.
Simple question.
So, if you have the why, then throughout the remainder of this presentation, we will give you the how to make that change. Okay. So,
basically, we know the food groups. We know we need to balance our plates with all members of the food groups.
Yep.
We need to balance our day with whole members of all of the various members of the food groups. Let's go from there. All right, moving right along.
Yep. So you want to make sure that you are making those swaps, okay? Like we talked about, swapping out those sugars and things of that nature, okay? So.
Okay. This task sounds harder than it really is because most of us, in one form or another, does menu planning. The trick is to document that plan in detail over a set period of time. This is like setting any other goals. We're going to discuss that as we move further on into this program. All right? Yeah. Okay. Since few of us have unlimited resources, let's see what options are available in our pantries, our refrigerators, our freezers, or for some of you, in your yards. As we use up food stocks currently on hand, we can start to identify what healthy alternatives need to make our grocery list. Okay. But before we get into that, let's look at the information we can glean from currently available food packaging. Let's look at the various nutrition labels that packaging that all prepared foods have and a lot of natural foods have. The Nutrition Labeling and Education Act of 1990 mandated standardized nutrition labeling for most foods, excluding fresh meat and poultry. With this information, the consumer now has the ability to monitor what they're consuming. A couple of little tidbits for you. First tidbit, there have been changes to the law where now the processors of prepared foods have to add a second line under sugar, which includes added sugars. Whether you're buying fruits, vegetables, juices, whatever, you want to try your best to avoid anything that says includes zero added. You want to have zero added sugars.
Yep.
The second thing is just something that I found funny back in a previous career. As companies all across the world were working to change their labeling, even the military, with their field feeding program, which some of us know MREs, were forced to modify their packaging. For those of you who are not in the know, let me understand, the government version of MRE is meals ready to eat. The troops version is meals rejected by everybody. And putting a label on it did not make it taste any better. Okay? So let's start to learn how to read food labels.
Yes.
I'm going to let my illustrious leader here start the conversation. I'm going to hold up the package and look like myself. Okay.
So, learning how to read and understand food labels can help you make healthier choices. So, I'm going to guide you through some tips on making the most of the information on the nutrition facts label. So you should know that packaging foods are gradually transitioning, and this is updating labels all the time. So a big difference is that the new label shows added sugars as well as total sugars, like Uncle Steve said. Now that was something that was recently changed. When did they change that? Do you remember?
Been the last couple of years.
Yeah. Okay. And so they have to put that added sugars or sugars put into foods during preparation and processing. So naturally occurring sugars like fructose, found in fruit, and lactose, found in milk, aren't considered added sugars. Again, the AHA recommends less than 150 calories or 9 teaspoons of added sugar for most men and less than 100 calories of 6 teaspoons of added sugar for most women and for children and teens.
Just so we fully understand each other, okay. 9 teaspoons of added sugar is 3 tablespoons. Now, some of us put that in our coffee first thing in the morning. Think about that. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want the blonde sugar. You don't want the blonde coffee.
I'm not going to call any names to protect the innocent. Okay. All right. Moving on into the label. Let's get serious for a minute. When you look at the label, the first thing you're going to notice is the nutrition facts. It's going to tell you how many servings are in the container. It's going to tell you the serving size. That's most important. The next thing down is going to tell you how many calories per serving. Okay. It's important that you pay attention to that because, like I mentioned earlier, if you eat twice the serving size, you have ingested twice the calories. There's no free rides here. Okay. Let's move down to fats. Okay. You've got saturated fat, trans fats. Okay. You want to keep your trans fats as low as you possibly can.
Yes.
0 is the ideal number. Okay. All right. Cholesterol, sodium. We pointed out the sodium is one of the big 3 no-nos. Strange as it may sound, different manufacturers, different packagers will have different sodium numbers for the same item. So be sure you're reading your labels. When you're buying canned goods, particularly, sodium is used as a preservative in canned foods. You want to try to buy either salt-free or less salt if you're buying canned foods. Okay? All right. We move from sodium, we move down into total carbs, fiber, sugar, protein, and the last thing you'll always see is the healthy stuff. It's all in the plants. Isn't that amazing? Vitamin D, iron, vitamin E, calcium, potassium, all of the healthy minerals that your system needs. All right. Now, whether you're buying canned, packaged, whatever, you should look for those labels. Now, over time, as you're doing your grocery shopping and planning your menus, you start to develop an innate knowledge of what you should be buying. While this sounds really difficult to start with, actually over time, it's not. Now, just so there's no confusion, on some packages where there's not enough room for the large nutrition label, it'll be in a different format, but it will still be there. I guarantee you. Okay, it will look something like this. All right. As you plan your meals, as you track your calories, you track your sodium, before you know it, you're on a healthy diet. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So how'd you know all that?
All right. It just so happens that in 1990 I worked for a packaging company. We produce commercial food packaging. I can tell you that literally hundreds of thousands of dollars were spent by companies because this was not a nice thing to do. This was a government criteria. This was a government mandate. My job at the time was to process and upgrade the graphics. It's like a nightmare that never goes away. I'll never forget it. Okay? All right. Armed with the information we've just got over, let's visualize the day meals and snacks prepared in your usual manner. It's okay. Before we can know where we're going, we got to know where we are.
Right.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. So let's visualize the day of meals and snacks, okay, and just kind of figure out what those meals and snacks are doing for us. Let's take the time, do a little research, record a little data, and see what you come up with. When you have kind of looked over, take yesterday for you, whatever you had yesterday, write it all down and check it out. When you get through with that, ask yourself, have you included all of the food groups? Were you over or under the recommended guidelines? Okay. Could you have done something different, resulting in a more positive outcome? For instance, swapped out some vegetables for those french fries. Okay. Don't look at me like that. Experiment with different combinations and evaluate the outcomes. It's that simple. And a habit of doing this, okay, helps you to improve your life. The next we want to do is, once we know this information, let's start to develop a balanced, healthy diet. All right. Now, since we know that most of us do not have unlimited funds. Most of us do not have unlimited storage space. So let's start by inventorying our pantries, seeing what we got, make a list of what you got, what do you need to fill out to have a complete, daily meal plan. Fill that out, Now start to work what you need to buy. That goes onto your grocery list. Right? Now,
Hey guys, we're having few technical difficulties. We're just trying to make sure we can go ahead and reconnect that sound. So just bear with us for just a moment. We're just gonna do a little fixing on our sound.
Yes. Thank you for waiting for us. And if you are on, and if you are having issues and if you don't have, please make sure that you're on mute, especially for those who are on the phone. Thank you so much. Give us just a few more minutes. Thank you, Michelle.
No problem.
our goal today was not to have you thinking that Michelle and I are going to be ripping and running through the grocery store and having grocery cart races, but we want you to know why you're going to the store, what you need to be doing to meet your goal. Okay? All right. Now, two things I'm going to say to you that are very important. They sound simple, but they are critical. One, when you go to the store, have a list. Do not go into the grocery store winging it. You will be like some people I know who remain nameless. End up with stuff in the house and you don't even know why you bought it. Okay. The second thing, even worse, do not go to the store hungry. I made the mistake of going to the store to buy items for display for this presentation. One, I didn't have a list, and B, I was hungry. I probably have 2 weeks worth of food that I don't know what I'm going to do with. Okay? That's just facts 101. Okay? As they say, it bees that way sometimes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so far, we have shown you how to eat smarter, fruits, vegetables, how to ensure that you gather nutrients from all of the essential food groups. We want to make sure you are eating with color. You want to get, those grains. You want to get the fiber intake, your dairy, again, fruits and vegetables, all those, okay? So the FDA recommendations for a healthy diet, we went over those guidelines as well, and how to plan healthy menus for you and your family. Okay, so next up.
Well, we can talk about shopping smart.
Let's
go. A couple of things that we mentioned, like I say, smart shopping on a budget means knowing what to buy and when to buy it. There are a number of things that you can do to help yourself, one of which is to be aware of what's going on in your locality. Okay. Food prices are rising for a number of reasons. Okay. Shopping for nutritious food on a budget does become a little bit more challenging, but by creating a food budget, by planning your menus, by shopping wisely, you can probably end up saving yourself some money while enjoying nutritious, delicious food. All right.
And when you're serving, especially when you're serving a new recipe, that's another way of saving. You want to, especially if it's for the first time, so you want to cook it once and eat it twice. Okay, so when you're cooking, try doubling the ingredients. to make enough for 2 meals. Okay, so use the recipe suggested, how they suggest you, instead of doing 1 teaspoon, you want to do 2 teaspoons and things of that nature. So you want to kind of divide up and finish the dish so family members eat the right number of calories as well. Okay, so freeze what you have left over if you want to freeze it, or if you put it in the refrigerator, that will be a future meal. So you'll have a Monday meal and a Tuesday meal. So that means you don't have to cook the next day. And good thing about that is it saves you time and it reduces on food waste. Okay, so you're not wasting any food or any money. Okay, so after you serve a new recipe for the first time, me as well, how much was left over, so then you know if you need to make it again, if it was a good thing as well, or just make sure, you know, for the first time, if the family likes it. You know, sometimes they might not like may not like the dish, you know. So plan your meals each week and make sure you keep your recipes, your grocery list, receipts and coupons in one place to make planning easier.
If I can interject right here for just a moment. I know a number of households where, quote, he won't eat food for the 2nd day. We'll freeze it and give it to him on the 4th day. By then he's forgotten what he had on Monday. Okay.
You can have it on Thursday.
Here again, this is about new habits. All right?
Yep.
We develop habits over time. Okay, this process for you will not be revolution. It will be evolution. We strive to be better and better and better. Moving on, there's a lot of other things that really can help you quite a bit. I'm going to turn it back over
to me. All right, so another thing that will help is, like Uncle Steve said in the beginning, make a list. Okay, you want to make a list, you want to go through that pantry and make sure that you're not double buying as well. Because if you don't make that list and you go to the store, there's a chance that you're going to double buy, or also it will help with the meal prepping. You know what you're going to make throughout the week, so you know what you're going in to buy. You're going to read those labels like we presented, and also know that, hey, this is what I'm going to get, and also know that you're going to save while you're getting that, okay?
Again, it could. Being that we're encouraging you to buy fresh produce, fresh vegetables.
Yep.
Fresh foods have a limited life. If you're not going to cook it this week, don't buy it this week.
Yep.
There's nothing worse than coming home with all of that celery and lettuce and tomatoes, and you throw all of that in the refrigerator, in the back of the refrigerator. Then 2 weeks later, you're taking it all out and dumping it in the trash.
Yeah.
Okay. The landfill gets full, your wallet gets empty. Think about that. That is not really logical.
Yeah, because I've done that. I went and bought salad and didn't even use the salad.
Your bananas sit up there and go bad.
Yeah.
Okay. You got peaches sitting there that are rotting. Okay.
Yeah.
That was money that you did not have to spend.
So make a list, don't get, try to plan it.
And if you're one of those people who have that much money, tell me.
So also another good tip is save those receipts. So what you can do also, save your receipts, so then that way you'll know what you spent that week, and you can compare prices to the next time you go. And also, I don't know if you store hop, some people like to go to different stores. So you can compare one receipt from one store to another store as well. So that will be a good tactic as well, okay? Save those receipts so you'll know what you're spending. And then also coupons. Now I know they have couponers. There's people who, the Sunday paper you can get the coupons out of, and the circular, it'll tell you everything that's on sale, from produce to vegetables per pound, things of nature. They also have apps on your phone as well, where you don't have to now cut out the coupons. They will actually be on your phone, depending on if you have an iPhone or Android. They have certain apps that you can download, and what you'll do is just click on it, and when you get to the register, they will scan barcode, and then they'll have your coupon. It'll take the whatever savings you have on there off for you after it.
The other thing that happens, some of the grocery stores now, with the advances in their computing technology, For instance, I get coupons from Kroger coupons for the things that I buy frequently. All right, the butter, the noodles, the broth. Okay, so I think they know what I need, when I need it, before I do it. Now, for instance, if you live in Metro Atlanta, the Wednesday paper is even better bet than the Sunday paper. All right, just one of those things. Right.
So we're gonna save money.
Yeah.
All right, and then while you're at the store, so while you're at the store, you want to compare prices as well. So from store brand to the actual brand. So you can buy the Kroger brand of Del Monte, or you can buy the Del Monte of Sweet Peas. So this one might be $1.09, but the Kroger brand might be 89 cents that week.
Let me say this about that. This is something else. I come from an agricultural part of the world. All right. Del Monte, a whole lot of Thrifty Made, and none of the off brands are all packaged in the same production facility. Material comes out of the same fields. The string beans may not be as thick, okay, they may not be cut as even, but they're the same string beans.
Right.
So
it's the same thing.
the choice you have is pretty simple. You can pay for the brand if you're a brand snob, or you can buy economically, make your grocery dollars go further. Okay.
I'm not really a brander. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
And then I like it.
Yeah.
But okay, like we said, use the coupons. Okay, and some people, depending on how big the family is, what you like. So if you're meal prepping, things of that nature, you want to buy in bulk. And I would say buy in bulk if you are going to meal prep for the week. Some people are, on diets, and you can go to certain stores, BJ's and Sam's Club. You can get the prepackaged chicken at that's already made. So then that way you can save, so you don't have to keep going back to the store, buying the same thing. You will already have that there. Okay? And then buy produce that is in season. Buy what's in season. Okay? So fresh fruits and vegetables will last for about a week. But remember, that the canned or frozen fruits and vegetables will last longer and they're less touched. So you don't want, the frozen ones are just as good as the regular ones. And then they're less touched in the store. Nobody's picking on them. They eat all day, every day. Kids ain't in there pushing on them in the grocery store.
You mean like big kids? Like
Pushing
on the grapes and all that kind of stuff?
I picked my grapes
You
too.
see me do that?
No, but I do that. So and servings.
They require that.
All right. So where we going, Uncle Steve?
In keeping with tradition, we're going to put together
I'm just like
we're going to do a real simple spinach strawberry salad. Spinach, strawberries, and a blush wine vinaigrette.
right.
If you notice there, you got fresh vegetables, you got fresh fruit, you got some wines, and you have a dressing that is very low in calories, sugar, etc., etc. The joy of this recipe, and I'll say it up front, is adaptable. For instance, if you didn't have strawberries or you want to try something else, mandarin orange slurp. Try cubed mango. You could try an apple. Okay, as
So, hey, everybody. Again, we're having a few technical difficulties. We do appreciate you guys just bearing with us for just a moment. Of course, we are live and things do happen. So just bear with us for just a moment while we fix these technical difficulties one more time.
So while we're still, it's really while we're still waiting on live, let me just tell you a few things that we have coming up. I don't know if you're frozen or tell me what you really enjoyed about doing this Healthy for Life. You can share that with us.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Sure, yes.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really love the fact that we were able to, grab information from different sources and just kind of go over eating healthy. There's things in this presentation that I found out for the first time and in learning as far as healthy eating, grocery shopping, and also the labels, because Uncle Steve is a label guru.
Uncle Steve, is there anything that you can say? There are so many people are on the internet right now, so I'm not shocked by that. So tell me anything else. I mean, is that so one of the other I can't play it, but that's what we'll do. Okay. We're going to work out the technical difficulties. We're going to play this again live on Facebook tomorrow. So, but we have those so we can disconnect from Facebook and just stay with those who are on now. And we can do 2 or 3 things. We can draw for our prizes. Can you all see me? Can everyone? You can see me? Okay, great. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to prolong this part any longer because it shows we're still live on Facebook. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up for some question. Okay, great. And so we're going to open up. We're going to do one prize. And then we're going to open up for whoever wins a prize. If you can share what you've learned, and then we'll draw for another prize. Once you draw for your prize, you'll get an email, and the email will give you directions on who to call to provide with your personal information so that it can be sent to you through Amazon. The Amazon is a wonderful tool right now. I'm not giving them a promo, but that is the case. I see one question that's here. All right. So what do you always look for on labels? Anybody, if you have that question, I know what I look for, is I look for a little station break.
drawing.
Okay, well, we're going to just continue on. I believe Pastor said we will continue with our drawing that we have. That was for everybody who attended all sessions. We put all names in a drawing. And the three, what was the three? We had the...
She said
Did you say next time?
we're going to do it next time.
Okay. Well, update again. Technical difficulties again. We will basically start this program over next Saturday. That way we can work out everything that's going on and we will do that drawing then. Is that correct? Next Saturday? Yeah, so we will just start it over next Saturday. Same time, 11 o'clock. That way we can do this over. And I thank everyone for attending. And thank you for your patience. So do I leave?